Welcome to the Manitoba Sports Network. I'm with Cade Kowalski and Garrett Szeremley of Morden, Manitoba. Boys, how's your summer been so far?
Good. Back working out. Just getting ready for the year.
Yeah, nice to be back home.
You guys both chose to go play in the SJHL versus staying in the MJHL. Tell us a little bit about what it was like going to the SJ.
I'm sure the hockey's not all that different, but you play in a lot of smaller towns than you would in the MJ, and I think just the atmosphere and stuff of being in that town, and it's such an old league, and playing for such a team with such a storied history like Weyburn. There's so much history that goes back, and just so much support throughout the community. So it's been nothing but smooth sailing so far. We both live at the same billet house and have great billets, and honestly, it's just been nothing but a great experience.
Yeah.
You smile like there's a story there.
Just lots of fighting, But,
you two not getting along, or what?
Oh, we always have at least a couple fights a day.
Yeah,
just forget about it. And but being able to go out and sort of try something new, try out a different community in a different province, it's pretty cool. It's a lot like a couple communities in Manitoba with the junior hockey and how much people care about it, and it's really cool to be a part of.
You mentioned the atmosphere. I'm from Saskatchewan. I've been in some of these arenas. They're full all the time, are they not?
For sure.
Yeah.
The support is unreal. You go up to a place like Humboldt, for example. You go in there, and there's not a night where that barn wasn't filled when we were playing the Broncos. And it's not even a rivalry or anything. And there's probably 1,000 people in the seats every night. And you go to a place like Battlefords where you never expect there to be all that many people out there, and they're packing 1,500 people in that place that night. And it's just a regular season game, so. Just the atmosphere itself is really helps you get up to play every night for sure.
Well, most of those towns out there, you're in towns that are no bigger than 6,000-7,000 people in a lot of these places, right? You don't have a Winnipeg.
No.
Regina doesn't have a team. Moose Jaw doesn't have a team, right?
No.
But touch on you mentioned Humboldt, Garrett. You guys ride the bus all the time. You guys are putting on a fundraiser. We'll talk about that here in a little bit for the Humboldt Broncos. But talk about you guys ride that bus. You've probably driven that highway where that accident was on every time you went to Nipawin to play, right?
Yeah. So that highway, you either go to Nipawin or wherever you're going, you're going to be driving on that one. And it was pretty heartbreaking for us and for everyone in the SJHL and everyone in the hockey community all across Canada, and it was very, very
just unbelievable. I kind of found out from a buddy of mine before it went out on social media and stuff, and I didn't believe him at the start just because it was so outrageous what he had said. And you spend hours and hours on that bus throughout your whole life, from the time you're 8 years old to the time you're 20, and you never expect that to happen to anyone. So it hits really close to home, especially for us playing against those guys. And Cade knew a couple of those guys from the SJHL showcase, and just absolutely terrible what happened. And thoughts and prayers still with all the families affected and everyone involved in the hockey community that was affected in any way. It's just unbelievable what happened.
Yeah.
And you played with a couple of them in the showcase?
Yeah, I did. I was able to play with 3 of them, and with the showcase being a weekend, usually guys are pretty conservative, don't talk to many guys, but I noticed that those 3 sort of put themselves out there and were a couple of the 3 guys just talking all the time to everyone, putting themselves out there. And I remember Logan Hunter always smiling every single time he had a chance at that weekend, and I'll never forget that. And it's just hits close to home for both of us. And
the young AP that they had called up, we had interviewed him last year at the Telus Cup, right?
Yeah.
So, we got to know him a little bit through the Telus Cup.
Yeah.
He was just getting his career started, right?
Yeah, I've heard nothing but great things about that kid. I think he really had a bright future coming up, so it's just horrible what happened.
Just everyone passing at such a young age, and just they were taken way too soon.
And like you, let's go back. You mentioned, thousands of miles you guys put on a bus all the time. Does this affect you anyway, looking at getting on a bus for the next hockey game? Like, I'm not trying to put pressure on your boys, but
the next couple, I'm sure the first road trip's gonna be a little bit weird. We're gonna be a little tense, and really with the bus being a sacred place for a hockey player, that's where you make most of your memories and sort of get to know your teammates, your coaches, spend a whole bunch of time together on the bus, especially traveling in Saskatchewan. And it just really affected everyone who's ever ridden a bus on a sports team.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, you can't let something hold you back. Like, the thought of something happening holds you back. But that first road trip to Humboldt is going to be a little different, I think. And going up to Nipple, and I think guys are kind of, just like I did, and I'm sure Cade did too. Maybe not take for granted the buddies that they have, and make sure that you let everyone know how much you care about them every day, just because you never really know what could happen. So I think that a lot of guys will kind of take a step back and realize what they have more so after this.
Well, the hockey world's such a small world, right? In the end, we all seen what happened across the seas, what they're doing for fundraising. Team Sweden, I think it was, that put all their flowers on the Capitol building for Canada, or But you guys, let's talk about you're putting on a fundraiser this coming weekend.
Yeah.
Tell us about it. Tell us what's going down.
So it's going to be Saturday, April 28th. In the afternoon, we're going to be having sort of a family type of event just at the Access Event Center. We're going to be doing, you get in by donation, you can go skate, you can play some street hockey, and you can have a nice lunch put on by the Elks. And then after that, people can paint messages on the ice for the Humboldt Broncos, so that's pretty
awesome.
cool. Yeah, and then later that night we have a steak spud and sud and a social, so it's going to be pretty big. It's going to be fun.
So tickets for the steak, it's here at Rock's Bar and Grill?
Yeah, Rock's Bar and Grill.
Here, and then down at the Co-op Gas Bar, leaving Morden there.
Yeah.
Is there tickets left, guys?
There's about 20.
20.
Yeah, so get them fast if you
need to get in there right away.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And then social to follow, like there's a band, DJ?
DJ, I'm pretty sure,
Yeah. And you two, the proceeds from this is going right to the Humboldt Broncos?
Yeah, everything raised is going to be going directly to the Humboldt Broncos. We're actually going to be driving down to Humboldt and delivering it ourselves. So.
Well, that's awesome, guys.
Yeah.
We wish you the best of luck on the fundraiser. I hope to attend myself, but anything you need from us, from the Manitoba Sports Network, let us know. We'll promote it. But what you guys are doing is just awesome for the Humboldt Broncos. And when you guys decide to go on out, when you get it all ready, let us know. Let us know how much you raised, and wouldn't mind talking to you when you guys go out, and maybe even do a little interview from Humboldt when you guys are there.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you very much.
Okay.